Hello everyone, and in this video I would like to introduce a few Dynamo scripts to create the industrial building, mainly on the precast part such as precast column, precast beam, precast T-slab and precast wafer slab, right? To do that we should have some kind of prerequisite such as the software version, and we need to have the Revit family and Dynamo script, right? So talk about software version, then currently I will be using Revit 2021 for this process, so that Dynamo 2.6 is come along with that Revit 2021. And initially in my Dynamo 2.6 I do have the additional package such as Archilab, Cloudworks, Data Shapes, Genus Loci, Orchid and Rhythm as well. So come to the Revit family. I do have the precast columns and beam, precast T-slab and wafer slab as well, right? So as a precast column, so I try to split into three types. One is for corner, one is for edge, and the last one is for the internal usage. So I have three column types. This model is going to be the like a basics model. After we create the basics like a 8 by 10 bay 4-story building, then later on end user, if they need to modify something, then they have to go there and they have to modify it part by part, right? So okay, so this is the precast column that I will be using for this process, and this is the precast beam. So come to precast beam, we need to have the L shape, we need to have the inverse T shape and normal rectangular beam as well. So these three beam types we will be using. And come to the T-slab, I do have three types. One is like a MT21, the one started with the single T and ending with the single T as well. So for in MT22, this T started with the double T and ending with the single T, because that one is depends on the length that we need to fill up. Then we have to decide whether is it going to be 21 or 22 or 23, right? Okay, so that's why I try to place three types. So after we create the framing, then we will know which type to be used, right? Okay, so now the last one would be the wafer slab. So this wafer slab, I'm using this circular type wafer slab. So this is the wafer slab, and in between two wafer slab there would have the post strip cast in situ concrete parts. That one is a kind of 400 width, right? Okay, so these are the things that have to be ready to run the process, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go to the Revit, and I'll show you how to use those scripts to create the this industrial building. First, what I do have is that in this project we have the 8 by 10 grids, right? Then I already prepared the level 1 to level 4M, right? Okay, so let me see, so can I see it? Right, so actually it's here, much more clearer. Okay, so we have the 1 2 3 4 5 level, and we do have the 8 bay on X direction and 10 bays on Y direction as well, right? That is the 3D view. Then now we are going to open the Dynamo player. Okay, so Dynamo player, this is the Dynamo player that we do have this a few Dynamo script to create the precast industrial building, right? First, we are going to use PC with internal, means including all of it, right? Including all of it means just for level 2, all the columns and all the beams at that level 2. So to do that, go to edit input, and first we are going to select the left lower point, so that we have to select 2 grids. One is left lower horizontal and left lower vertical, right? Okay, select these 2 so that we will have this intersection point. From there we start to develop the building, right? Then come to the numbers of base in X direction is going to be 8, so this is 8, and number of Y direction is 10, so this is 10. Then the spacing in X direction is 7.2 meter, and Y direction also 7.2 meter, so that we put it 7.2. So this industrial type, normally we use this grid spacing to be either 7.2 or 8.4 or 1.6. basically we use that, right? Okay, so top level is going to be level 2, and here this rectangular beam I will be using 800 by 900 780. This one I'm using. This beam is actually, the edge depth is only 780, not 900. The reason is that we trying to cut 120 for 120 top and slab, that's why. Then L shape, so I'll be using this type 800/975 by 900, but the actual height is 780 only. T also same thing. Call beam width, bigger width is 115, so that 800/1150, and I'll be using this, right? So this structure I try to make all beam to be in Y direction, main beam. So I have to click yes, so that our main structure will be in Y direction, right? Then this is the base slab, and come to the corner column, it's going to be PCC01, and another type will be PCC2. I'm using 2 types for corner, and for edge I'm going to use PCE1 and PCE2. So edge, we have this edge and this edge as well. Then the last one would be the internal column. I'll be using PC1-01. The one will fill up internal those internal area, right? And I try to place 120 offset, top offset, so that this top offset 120 is mainly for a top and slab to be placed, right? After settle everything, then I'm going to run. Just wait a while, then we are going to see the structural column from level 2 to level 1. So we have 3 main types: corner, edge, and intermediate. So then we have beam. This is the L-shaped beam, and this is the inverse T, and those are the normal rectangular beam. We'll place correctly into the model, right? Okay, so this is the 120 cut off, so after that slab will be filled up, right? Okay, before we do that, we are going to place the T slab over it. To do that, go back to the Dynamo player and go back, and we are going to look for T slab, right? So going to click the edit input and select the 2 intersection. We have to select the same left lower corner, so that left grid, left vertical grid, and lower horizontal grid. Then select finish. Then same value, X direction we have 8 base, Y direction we have 10 base, and in X direction spacing will be 7.2, Y direction spacing also 7.2, and top reference level will be level 2. The one is okay. Then structure will be vertically placed, so that we have to click yes and come to the family. Currently I am going to use 21 first, right? So 21 end with the start with the single T and end with the single T as well, so we will see it, and after that we're going to run it. And you can see that T-slab place over it, but the thing is not fail, because according to this length it's going to be this T-slab started with the double T and ending with the single T will be fit, right? Currently is no. So before we do that, we have to select and see some property, so that all those overhang is going to be 800 and plank length will be 6,400. This one have to take note that what we are going to do, select those type 21 and select all instant visible in view, right? Then going to replace with the 22. Okay, then make sure that this plank overhang change to 800 and this one have to be 6400 and applied it. Then we can see that those T-planks are nicely placed within the beam and within the horizontal beams and within the vertical beams as well. There is no gap, there is no gaps. So then we are done for the placing T-slab, right? Okay, so now we have done 2 steps, so that now we are going to create another level. So go back to the Dynamo player, same thing, go back and check the PC building with the internet again. So we already have the setup before, so that no need to change. To be make sure, then we have to reselect this 2 grid for intersection. Other than that, we just check it out. Numbers of bay in X direction, 8 okay, 7.2 okay, and 10 okay, 7.2 also okay, level 2 also okay. So this time what we're going to do is level 3 is going to be the wafer slab, so the wafer slab doesn't need a top up concrete slab, so that we don't really need to use this what we call it, this cut beam. We have to use the original high beam, right? And this one also going to change to full high, means 900 high, right? So inverse T also same thing, is going to be that way, T shape, and base level is level 1 is fine. Then this time what's going to be happen is that level 2 our structure is running in Y direction, but come to the level 3 our structure beam will be running in horizontal, so that have to click no and come down and check it out. So column same, we are going to use PCC 01 and 02 for the corner, right? And PCE 1 and 2 for the edge, and PCI 1 for internet, that one is fine. Then offset is going to be 0. There is no offset because in level 3 there is no topping concrete slab, right? After settle it, then we are going to okay, then the base level is not 2, base level is 2 correct, top level is not 2, it's going to be 3, because all horizontal structure will be placed at level 3. So everything is settled. Then what we're going to do is we are going to run that script. Okay, so now we can see that we have done placing the column from level 3 to level 2 for each position, and our beams are in the horizontal position because we choose the structure alignment to be horizontal, so that we put it that way. So means that our wafer slab will be running in like that, right? Okay, everything is settled. Then what we're going to do is we are going to place the wafer slab, right? So to do that, go back to the Dynamo script, Dynamo player, and look for a wafer slab. Click that and have to select the two grids for intersection and finish, right? Then X number of base in X direction will be 8, number of base in Y direction will be 10, or will be 7.2, 7.2, level should be 3, and this one either horizontal or vertical. This one is horizontal, so that no, right? Then come to the types, then we are going to select the this circular wafer slab, right? So after that, then we are going to run it. There is no other things to be, because everything is all set. So click run. Then you can see that this wafer slab already been placed over here. So now what's going to be happen is that, because this wafer slab come with the small post strip also, what we need, this beam width is only 400, not 800. So what we're going to do is this one, no problem, we have to select like that in this level 3, and going to filter out and only choose the structural framing, and we have to change 800 by 900 to 400 by 900. But to do that, the column will be shrink from 800 to 400, but what we need is we want this edge to be aligned with the outside. So what we're going to do is going to change Y offset value to be 200. Then it's set, right? So over here you can see that after precast beam, after wafer slab, there is a 200 post strip and there is a precast beam there, right? Okay, so same thing on the other side as well. So select this area and filter out to get the framing only, and make sure to change to 400 by 900, and make sure that this Y offset, this one is going to be minus 200. So we want to align to the other side of the edge, right? So this is how we could create quickly our industrial building by using Dynamo script, right? So then lastly, what we're going to do is we are going to place the another level. That one is only maybe parameter columns and parameter beams only, right? To do that, go back to the Dynamo player again, and this time we are going to use PC building without internet. Click that, then going to select the left lower intersection point, right? So we are going to select this 2 grid and finish again. Then number of base, same, number of base in X direction, number of base in Y direction, and spacing in X direction, spacing in Y direction, and we have to place the top level. This is level 4, correct? And this time we are going to place all parameter beam to be 800 by 900, So this time either vertical or horizontal doesn't matter, but I will stick with the vertical, so that I put a yes. And base level will be level 3, fine, right? Level 4 to level 3. And this point I change a bit, so that corner, instead of using PCC 01, I'm going to use PCC 11. There is some modification from the PCC 1. Same thing, instead of using PCC 02, I'm going to use the PCC 12. Then come to the edge also, PCE 11 I'll be using, PCE 12 I'll be using instead of PCE 1 and 2, right? So there is no internal PCI because we don't need any internal columns and beams, so that it's going to be that way. And yeah, then offset is 0 again. Then everything is settled. Then we are going to run it. Okay, so we are almost done, right? So we have the level 2 precast framing and precast slab. Currently we do not have the 120 thickness topping yet. This one we can put it later, right? Then come to the level 3, we have the wafer slab and precast framing, and come to the level 4 is just the parameter columns and beams only. So you can see that from the PCC1 we modify something new. We are going to cut some corner. That's why I change it from PC1 to PC11, right? So PC11 has this cutoff. PC1 doesn't have it. PC1, you can see here, doesn't have it. They have a full, right? Okay, so now we are almost there. Only the important one, it's only one thing need to be modified, is that going to analytical model. What we're going to see is that when we select this, then analytical line is all the way from level 1 to level 4. This is not the right way. This analytical line should be level 1 to level 2, level 2 to level 3, level 3 to level 4, right? I'm not so sure things happen in that way when I use script to place the column. Then those analytical lines are going to be that way. But anyway, I have a solution, is that I have so currently you can see that when you select, then you can see three elements are in selection, right? You can see that. So have to be one piece. So to do that, go back to the Dynamo player again, and here is the script called reset piece precast column analytical one. That one I have to click. Also this one, I think is no need, there is no input, just run it only. So when I run it, what happens is that all is going to be in the right position. So have to be level 1 to level 2, level 2 to level 3, and level 3 to level 4. So this has changed by using this Dynamo script. So now we are back to model and things are all in place correctly, right? Okay, so that's all to create the precast industrial buildings, such as the fab buildings or cut building. Then we can use this a few Dynamo script to run and create this model quickly and correctly. From this point, if we want to change column size to be 900, or this beam depth to be maybe 1 meter or something, right? That one we can do it later. Or maybe if we already have the size at the first place, then we need to modify and prepare some size at the first place, then later on we have to place it. So either way, but anyway, this is the very first way to create the industrial precast model, right? Okay, so that's all for this industrial building, precast building creation by using Dynamo script. And in next video, I'm going to show you how to create the truss on top of this building. And yeah, so stay tuned and see you in next video. Bye bye.